In the small town of Ravenscroft, an unsettling darkness falls every night at midnight. The townspeople call it the witching hour, a time when shadows come alive, creeping through the streets like sentient beings. Most people are asleep by then, doors locked and curtains drawn tight, but not everyone is safe. Clara had heard the stories, whispered warnings passed down through generations, but she was new to Ravenscroft and didn't believe in old wives' tales. As midnight approached, she sat alone in her living room, scrolling through her phone, oblivious to the danger lurking outside. The clock struck 12, and the temperature in the room plummeted. Clara shivered, reaching for a blanket, when she noticed something strange. The shadows cast by the furniture seemed to stretch, crawling up the walls, moving with a life of their own. She blinked, thinking it was a trick of the light, but when she looked again, they were closer. Her heart pounded as she watched the shadows twist and merge, forming the shape of a person, tall, gaunt, and faceless. The figure stood in the corner of the room, motionless at first, then slowly turning its head toward her. Clara's breath caught in her throat. She tried to scream, but no sound came out. The shadow figure took a step forward, its movement slow and deliberate, as if savoring her terror. Clara backed away, but there was nowhere to run. The walls seemed to close in around her, the darkness growing thicker, suffocating. The shadow stretched out a hand, long and clawed, reaching for her. In a final, desperate act, Clara lunged for the light switch, but it was too late. The room was plunged into complete darkness as the shadow engulfed her. The last thing she heard was the sound of her own heartbeat, slowing until it stopped altogether. When the townspeople found her the next morning,